Hello and welcome to the Springfield Tool Merchant channel, where today we'll be taking a Honda engine off of a power pack chassis. Have to remove the POD, which is the power on demand. This connects straight into the engine to the hydraulic system, and it dictates how fast the engine runs when the hydraulic is also running. Make sure you take this off first because I've snapped a few of these, so have to be very careful. And they're quite expensive to replace, so I would suggest being careful. As you can see, I was struggling a little bit because this one, it had a bent clip, so I had to grab some pliers, bend it out of the way, but it was quite easy to get done. As you can see on here as well, the hydraulic system has already been removed. I bought this one like this, bit annoying because I wanted to remove it all on video so I could show you how it's done, but it is what it is. Leave it for a future video. Then we'll move on to removing the fan. So the next thing you want to do is hold the recoil starter on the back of the engine whilst you undo the bolt in the axle. If you don't, then it will just keep spinning. So you want to get like maybe a screwdriver or something just to jam it, nothing that's going to break it, so you can take that bolt out. And then after you do that, next thing is to try and find the grub screws. After you get them off, it should just slide out. As you can see, I didn't get the fan being removed on video. I had a bit of an issue with my camera, it just didn't want to record, so yeah, I've missed that bit out, but it's quite simple. Get yourself a bearing puller. After you've done that, after you got the fan off the axle, there's 4 bolts that connect the tank to the engine. So you just want to get in there with a socket, or if you've got an impact driver, that would be a lot easier. As you can see, I was a bit struggling on some of these, but they come out pretty easy, so shouldn't take you too long. After that's done, now you want to move on to actually unbolting the engine from the chassis. So this is quite simple. On a lot of these Honda engines, there's only 2 bolts in them. What you'll need for this is a socket and a adjustable spanner, or I think maybe a 17mm. I think that might be the size of the bolt, but adjustable spanner is just easier. You don't need to worry too much. It is a bit finicky because you've got to get under the chassis to do it. So if you can maybe have it like hanging off of something, off a bench or something. As you can see, I had a little bit of issues, but as soon as you get in there, it should come off quite easily. You might need to clean it actually. A lot of these come and they're covered in oil and dirt, so that it just makes it a little bit more difficult. But this itself shouldn't take you longer than like 5 minutes maybe. Make sure to keep all the bolts if you are putting the engine back on. The last thing you want to do is have to go buy, or even in worst case find some more bolts that fit. After you got that last bolt out, all you need to do now is make sure that there's nothing more connected. I think I had like another wire that was connected that I hadn't seen, and then that's it. The engine should be detached. This one I've got here was about 30 kilos, a Honda GX270. So if you are doing this, then get someone else to help you with the engine off, just to be safe. Practice proper form. You don't want to hurt your back or anything. Unfortunately for me, I literally was by myself, so I just had to struggle. But I wouldn't suggest that. If you can get around it, then try and do it that way. The next thing I done with this one is put the recoil starter back on. Luckily for me, the engine was fine. It still ran first pull. Still was in decent condition before I took it apart and cleaned it up. I have another one next to me right now actually that's an absolute state, but hopefully be able to sort it out and video of it, make a video. Because with this engine I didn't for some reason, I don't really know why. Lapse in concentration, as they say. Just as a little test, after I put the recoil starter back on, I started her up, which maybe wasn't the smartest idea considering the camera was on my bench and it got a little bit wobbly, but you know, you live and you learn. And there you have it. Simple as that, just a few bolts here and there. The longest bit about this is 100% the fan, but you should be able to sort that out quite easily. Thank you for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment for more videos like this in the future. Peace.